Hey there, welcome back to the At Home Dive YouTube channel. As always, my name is Joey and today we're in the kitchen making something super fun. So we've all had spinach dip and we've all had crawfish dip, but the only thing better than either of those things is spinach crawfish dip. So that's exactly what we're making today. Today we're going to make Cajun crawfish spinach dip. So sit back, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive right in. Before we get started on mixing any of these ingredients or cooking at all, go ahead and start preheating your oven because this recipe really does come together fast enough. On the counter today, I have 8 ounces of cream cheese, which is going to be the main body of this. I've got 12 ounces of crawfish. Use a 12 or 16 ounce package, whatever you can get frozen, in nice, clean crawfish tails. It doesn't matter if they're beaten up a little bit, as long as all the tails are gone and they're nice and clean. I've got 10 ounces of frozen spinach. Make sure you get the chopped spinach and not the whole leaf spinach, and squeeze as much water out of this as you can before you get started. I've got 1 cup of shredded mozzarella provolone blend, or pizza cheese, because that's the best. I've got 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1/2 cup of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of Duke's Mayo, and 2 tablespoons of Old Bay because I ran out of Zatarain's. Feel free to use Zatarain's or Old Bay. I've got 1 medium shallot and 2 cloves of garlic, and this is really what we're gonna need today. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is small dice my shallot really fine and then go ahead and mince my garlic. So over on the stove, I'm going to put my shallots in a thick bottom saucepan and add about 2 tablespoons of blended oil. I'm going to slowly saute these down until they're nice and translucent, and then I can add in my garlic. So now that we can see these are starting to become translucent, you can start to smell them, they're nice and fragrant. We can go ahead and add in the garlic and cook it for about another minute. We just want to make sure that it gets nice and done as well. So now we can smell the shallots and garlic, and we're starting to get just a little bit of color here. We know that we're pretty much ready to go because that's our entire goal. So now we can go ahead and add in the spinach. And the crawfish. Once we do this, I'm gonna give it just a second to get a little bit of heat in here. Now I can go ahead and add in my Old Bay. I'm gonna let this cook for just a second, and then I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off. While our crawfish and spinach get like a little bit of heat to them, I'm gonna go ahead and add the cream cheese, mayo, and sour cream to my stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer if you like, but I really like using this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these into the mixer with the paddle attachment and just beat them until smooth. With the cheese, sour cream, and mayo about smooth, I'm gonna go ahead and add in about half the Parmesan cheese and then give this another quick mix. That's really all we're gonna need. Now we can get rid of the mixer. And now the fun part. We get to bring back the spinach and crawfish mixture. This smells delicious. I can't wait for you guys to make this. I'm simply just gonna mix this together and get everything well incorporated. I do try to be somewhat gentle because I don't want to beat the crawfish and spinach up too bad. If the spinach becomes creamy and smooth, that's one thing, but we want the crawfish to maintain their integrity. Now you see it has that nice loose creaminess that you're looking for with a dip. This is going to be somewhat hearty for a dip because of the crawfish and the larger pieces of spinach, and that's exactly what we're looking for a texture that holds up to a flavor like this. Now I'm going to grab a greased 8x8 pan, and I'm going to rake this mixture right into the pan. If you want to double this recipe, feel free to use a 9x13. Here's where our mozzarella or our pizza cheese comes in. I'm just going to cover the top of this. That way whenever we bake it, we can get that nice brown, stretchy, cheesy, creamy goodness that we're looking for with any awesome dip. Once that's covered, I'm going to bring back my remaining Parmesan cheese and again just kind of generically cover the top. We're looking to go about to all the edges, but also it doesn't have to be even, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not really going to matter, just get good coverage. Into our 375 degree preheated oven we go for about 20-25 minutes or until we're nice and golden brown. Alright, so here is our beautiful crawfish spinach dip. As you can see, it's starting to brown around the edges and it's very hot and bubbly. We're going to give this about 20 minutes to cool off, that way we can eat it.
One eternity later.
So I went ahead and moved some of this over to a small crock here so we can take a look at this. And as you see, here's the first bite. This cheesy, creamy, spinachy goodness right out of the spinach crawfish dip. So let's take a bite and see what we think. And just as we expect, it's got that creamy, rich goodness from the cream cheese, the earthiness and the bright vibrantness of the spinach, and the crawfish add that slightly spiced Cajun vibe along with that Old Bay spice in there. This is fantastic. I like to serve mine with either French bread, baguette, or you can always do this with crackers. All right, well that wraps us up on how to make Cajun crawfish spinach dip. Comment below and let me know how yours turn out. I hope you make this one because it's fantastic. Have a great day.